Here. I've never felt so ugly in my entire life than I did as a new cadet at West Point. I'm not quite sure what compelled me to go to West Point. I was rather masochistic as a child, so 4 years of hazing and no freedom seemed very appealing. Or maybe it was the 9-to-1 male-to-female ratio that piqued my interest. I wasn't a pretty girl in high school, but I wasn't among the ugly girls. I focused a lot more attention on my grades than my looks. But with this 9-to-1 ratio, maybe I'd be able to score myself a hot cadet without even trying. But what I wasn't prepared for is that I was about to look just like these men. It's commonly felt, right, ladies, that a man in uniform is really sexy. Well, let me tell you something. It's not sexy when you're wearing the same damn thing. And I was about to embark on a journey where I was going to spend the best years of my youth, my college experience, transitioning from a woman to a warrior. I guess this is the only time in the military where they consider it legal to cross-dress. For starters, I had to cut my hair really short. To this day, I still have a reoccurring nightmare where my hairdresser chops it too short. I guess this may have been my first experience with PTSD. But if I couldn't even make it out of the salon without crying, how was I ever going to handle West Point? At least I had my pretty eyes, so I thought. On the first day of cadet basic training, we had to report to what is called the cadet in the red sash. Now, this is supposed to be one of the most fearful and intimidating experiences. Sir, new cadet Wesley reports to the cadet in the red sash as ordered. Immediately, I am taken aback. The cadet in the red sash is one of the most freaking gorgeous guys I have ever seen. He looked just like Tom Cruise used to before he became psycho, like back from his Top Gun days. I'm not scared. I'm becoming aroused. It certainly didn't help that he stared into my eyes for what seemed like an eternity. Instead of focusing on my tasks at hand, I started daydreaming about his body underneath that uniform. Suddenly, he interrupted my fantasy with an awkward question. New Cadet Wesley, are you wearing contact lenses? Yes, sir, I replied. Then he dismissed me and left me wondering about this question. A few hours later, when another cadet responsible for hazing me handed me the most disgusting pair of glasses I've ever seen, I had my answer. He told me that I was forbidden from wearing my contact lenses for the rest of basic training and that these were my new lenses. They were so hideous, we called them birth control goggles. At this point, I would need a male-to-female ratio of 999-to-1 if I was going to score a man. If Wikipedia had a page dedicated to the phrase down and out, they would have a picture of me. After this, if I had any ounce of femininity left, it was completely stripped when we had to stand in formation and chant, "We are not men, we are beasts, for you have made us beasts." Now there's a pickup line. And then I learned that a lot of the guys at West Point consider it taboo to date female cadets. They called us gray trow, which is this derogatory term that mocks the way the gray uniform pants do not flatter the feminine curves. And even after basic training, when I was allowed to grow my hair out and wear my contact lenses, I was in no shape to attract another cadet because outside of our room, we had to march around like robots like this for our entire freshman year. At any point, an upperclassman could just come haze me if they felt like it. So if I'm walking next to a guy I happen to have a crush on, we could out of nowhere just get screamed. Not exactly ideal for flirtation. Even your own bedroom wasn't safe, because West Point has this rule that if two people of the opposite sex are alone in the bedroom, they have to leave their door wide open or you'll get in big trouble. How was I even supposed to kiss a guy when I'm at college? So I shied away from these tough logistics of cadet dating, but I still wanted a guy to notice me, because if there's any remedy for a down-and-out woman, it's some romantic attention, right? I had a crush on this guy, Donnie, and he wasn't putting the moves on me, and he said something. He was like, "You know, Laura, I could never date a female cadet." Why not? "'Cause y'all ain't impressed with what we can do, 'cause you can do it too." Great, so not only was I ugly, men found me intimidating. After this, I learned that me relying on this 9-to-1 ratio was clearly wrong, and that if I was ever going to get myself out of this rut, I was going to have to work even harder to rebel against West Point trying to turn me into a beast. Thank you.